Joe Rogan has started talking about cloning again, and this wasn't just random talk. It sounded way too detailed and scary. And this time, he appears to be thinking about who will be cloned next after Jim Carrey.
All you'd have to do is make a clone brain dead. Figure out how to engineer a brain dead clone that'll grow organs for you. And then they'll make cloning legal. Because then you'll never have to worry. Hey, cat, you need a new heart? Guess what?
This is the same pathway that everybody is on in all of these departments.
Once you hear it like that, you can't unhear it because it's serious, guys. And Cat Williams gets pulled into that theory too.
There was this homunculus thing.
Like a genetically engineered human?
Life form.
Life form. Creature.
Right.
Whoa.
And so, it's spoken of in history very sparingly. But, a lot of things in the world are about perception, Yeah. So we don't believe that there's clones. We don't believe that because we don't feel like we have the technology. But the truth is, if you go body part to body part, you'll go, what if I lost 2 legs? Well, we give you 2 legs.
But it gets worse, because this is where people start bringing in Jeffrey Epstein.
I seen something really messed up in the Jeffrey Epstein files. They found a file talking about them cloning celebrities so that they can do things to the version of that celebrity that they wanted.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so they were investing billions into cloning and trying to clone celebrities, specifically Britney Spears at the time, so that they could do things to a version of that clone. In the files, it stated that this clone might be like years old today if the clone is still alive.
Holy
And
smokes.
is pretty much like Britney Spears' clone.
Yeah.
The internet has been full of theories that Epstein wasn't just connected to powerful celebrities, but possibly to scientists and secret projects too. Some people believe he could have had access to elite-level research, the kind that never goes public.
I'm sure in their head they think like cloning it, okay,
Yeah.
boom, expendable.
And where do the bodies go after? Do you see that too with the trapdoor into the
Yeah,
ocean?
literally in that one picture, it shows in the bottom floor, it goes straight to the
Into
depths of the ocean.
And then the rumor gets darker, with some online speculation that those connections were about more than influence or money, even hinting at DNA-related theories.
Continues to uncover more shocking files released by the DOJ. In this one, a man that goes by the name of Brian Bishop sent an email to Epstein that reads, "Attached is the doc you requested. It's the use of funds spreadsheet for the designer baby and human cloning company." This gets us out of our self-funded garage biology phase to the first live birth of a human design.
Now, Joe Rogan has name-dropped some celebrities that conspiracy theorists say are next in line. Let's start with Selena Gomez, because this is where things get really strange. Recently, she actually responded to those clone rumors herself, but not the way you'd expect. Instead of denying it seriously, she joked about it in a skit where someone casually mentioned calling a clone. And she just played along like it was nothing.
Yeah, I am not kidding. So for those of you that have not seen, recently Selena Gomez was filming a podcast with her husband, Benny Blanco, when Benny Blanco started to rest his foot on a table, and you could visibly see that his foot was quite dirty. And well, then all of a sudden, Selena Gomez decided to go ahead and actually kiss her husband Benny Blanco's dirty foot. So after seeing that, people are genuinely convinced that she has been cloned because they feel like the real Selena Gomez would never do something like that.
And you already know, when a celebrity jokes about something like that, people don't calm down. They get even more curious.
Okay, so what's on the to-do list?
The foundation casting.
Okay.
Okay. And then something about calling a clone. We can, I don't know, we could ignore that. Okay. And rare employee meeting.
Oh, that's perfect.
Perfect!
Here's the part nobody is talking about. These rumors didn't come out of nowhere. Fans online have been pointing to changes in her appearance, voice, and behavior for years, especially after her health struggles.
A viral TikTok conspiracy claims that Selena Gomez was secretly replaced by a clone after her 2017 health struggles, pointing to changes in her appearance and Justin Bieber's tattoo as evident.
But doctors say those changes are normal because of medication and recovery. Still, people aren't buying it, and that's where things take a darker turn.
What is going on with Selena Gomez? That's not her body. People are going to say it's the lupus. It's not the lupus. Okay, it's not the lupus. This woman looks different every time we see her. That is not Selena. She is so dark, so tan, but that's not her. Her face is different.
You have to let yourself get it out. And then afterwards, a good laugh and, I don't know. I don't know the key. I just know what works for me. And I like to maybe just see one friend with a bunch of people and look to my therapist and look for people that could help in this situation. Yeah, I still resonate.
Did you notice how she did not move her jaw? Only her bottom like this. She doesn't actually move her mouth.
And then this happened. Suddenly, her name started getting loosely connected to Jeffrey Epstein in viral conspiracy posts.
Now this was a month before Selena Gomez had her almost fatal surgery. So a month before Epstein was emailing this. Theory is that she did. So the theory goes, Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber, they actually had a kid.
Oh, this kind of makes sense now.
And guess who the people speculated is right now?
Wait, hold on. I don't know.
Kourtney Kardashian's son, the one that looks like Justin. Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah, that's actually Justin and Selena's kid. And what happened actually, because Justin and Selena had a kid together, the Illuminati wanted them to the kid, but Selena did not want to do that. She said, "Sax me instead." Theory was she herself, she died. And what we see now is a clone of Selena.
Oh my, that's my...
Some screenshots and claims started circulating, hinting at a much darker Epstein-linked DNA theory.
So Justin Bieber, even in his music, he actually had some lyrics that correlate. Can't even see that. Selena sees the clone Selena.
And this is where it gets uncomfortable, because now people aren't just saying she looks different. They're pushing the theory that she could be someone else entirely. The way it spreads makes it feel real.
One person writes that I have lupus and the only way it changes my body is that I bloat and I get rashes. I can look 30 pounds heavier from day to day. One person thinks that they switched her. It's a doppelganger. She was born freaking beautiful. She would age elegantly. It's not her. I'm 100% sure about it. Hollywood is a really dark place and they're able to do that. Another person shared a screenshot writing something is off. One person pointed out that it's Gina Davis with a facelift. Look at the ears.
I am so excited that Rare Beauty is partnering with Ulta Beauty on their first guest donation partnership with a brand. All of February, anyone can donate in-store at checkout no matter what they're buying. And you will be able to support youth well-being through the Rare Impact Fund and Ulta Beauty Charitable Foundation.
It's funny when a billionaire is asking money. What else do you need, bro? Like, you have all that money, go and donate it yourself. Like, why ask from normal people to donate to you? And I'm pretty sure that even the money that will go to that charity goal will go back to the owners of the company.
And once you start connecting these dots, even loosely, you begin to understand why her name is one of the first that comes up in this whole cloning conversation. Now let's talk about Jamie Foxx, because his situation made these cloning claims feel way more real to people.
Thank you again so much for supporting. Thank you so much. I know a lot of you guys are saying, what's going on?
That's not Jamie Foxx. That's the cloned Jamie Foxx. You can book it.
After that serious medical emergency in April 2023, things got really quiet around him. And you already know how the internet reacts when a celebrity disappears like that. The rumors started instantly, people saying he was replaced, that something wasn't right. And it spread fast.
What started as a joke is people started to believe this shit.
What, they really believe Jamie Foxx was cloned?
Man, you know, if you say something long enough, for black people too, it becomes true.
Okay.
But here's where it gets wild. When he finally came back, he didn't just ignore it. He actually joked about those clone theories himself. He talked about reading all the stuff people were saying online while he was recovering, and instead of shutting it down seriously, he leaned into it a little.
I snuck my phone because I didn't know what the outside world was saying. And so I snuck my phone to see what people were saying. I've just been in this hospital and I couldn't get my mind around it. I had a stroke. I'm in fucking perfect shape. The clone shit threw me.
Yes.
When they said I was a clone, that made me flip in the hospital. That's it. These motherfuckers are trying to clone me. I didn't have a stroke.
And you know how that goes? When a celebrity jokes about something like this, people don't see it as a joke. They see it as a hint.
Y'all said I was a clone? You really thought I was a clone. Listen, I was having dinner at some eatery in Vegas, and I walk out, and my daughter's behind me, and she overheard the dude go, "That ain't that."
And then this happened. During his recovery, Foxx shared that he experienced hallucinations, and one of the strangest things he mentioned was seeing what he described as a white version of himself.
So I'm sitting in the hospital bed like these bitch ass, and then I saw me walk into my room, but I'm white, so I see the white me.
But he had a Caesar too, just like you?
All that, the white me, okay, and I'm like, and I'm trying to get their attention. And no one said anything, and I'm like, that's it. They trying to clone me. This motherfucker is all the thing. And so
now think about how that sounds to someone already deep into these theories. People took that one line and ran with it, connecting it straight back to cloning ideas.
I'll tell you this, Atlanta, you can't clone this. I brought you too much original. It ain't enough clone juice in the world to clone me.
This is where it gets uncomfortable, because now it's not just fans pointing out changes in behavior or appearance. It's the celebrity himself talking about strange experiences during a time when he was literally fighting for his life.
I've been through something. I've been through some things. You know, it's crazy. I couldn't do that 6 months ago. I couldn't actually walk. I'm not a clone. I'm not a clone. I know a lot of people were saying I was cloned out there. I wouldn't wish what I went through on my worst enemy. When it's almost over, when you see the tunnel. I saw the tunnel, I didn't see the light. It was hot in that tunnel too. I don't know where I was going.
Of course, medically, hallucinations after a stroke can happen, and that's the logical explanation. But you know how people are, they don't stop at logic. But this is what Foxx said.
And so the next morning, I was out of my bed. I was standing there like Chris Pratt in Jurassic Park. I was like, what the fuck? And Dave was like, what's up, Foxx? I said, what's up, Foxx? I said, I know what's up. You trying to clone me, motherfucker. I saw the white clone, and I know why you trying to clone me. And make me white, because I'll sell better overseas and all this other kind of stuff. So they had to call like my psychiatrist. I had a psychiatrist on board. And I'm sitting in this motherfucker.
You read your conspiracy
I'm
theory
thinking I'm a clone.
Yes.
And when the psychiatrist says, "Are you all right?" and I says, "Am I all right or am I all white?" I saw what happened yesterday. I saw, motherfucker, you trying to get the white motherfucking Jamie Foxx and it ain't gonna happen. So he just calmly goes, I think we're gonna lower your dosage.
Then you have Eminem, and the theory claims he was supposedly replaced after a 2006 car crash.
This is why some are convinced that Eminem is a clone. Now, there are many variants to this theory, but one of them is by this now deleted website. They say that Eminem actually passed away in 2006. The theory states that the music industry wanted record companies to keep making money, so they replaced Eminem with an android clone. But this is mostly because after Eminem's 5-year hiatus from making music when he entered rehab for his dependence on sleep medication, he came back a completely different person. They say this is why he changed his entire image, shifting to a darker wardrobe and really toning down his lyrics.
And people didn't just randomly say that, they started pointing out changes right after his rehab era.
Eminem has been replaced. This is a story in This Week titled Eminem was replaced by a clone in 2006. Now this theory has apparently been pushed by fellow rapper Tom MacDonald, who has rapped in lyrics suggesting that bone samples have been used to clone rappers. If you go and check out Tom MacDonald's music video for the track Cloned Rappers, you'll see the music video has Tom MacDonald kind of playing the role of Eminem being cloned. He also says in the song that Kodak Black, Gucci Mane, and Eminem have all been cloned. This is what I would call conspiracy capping for clout.
His face looked slightly different. His voice had a different tone, and even his music style shifted. Now, realistically, that can all be explained by aging, recovery from heavy substance use, and just evolving as an artist. You already know how people think. Once they see one difference, they start seeing 10 more. But this footage really scares some.
Saturday Night Crew with our music intro starting next Saturday night. But folks, I want to take you to the world premiere of what
Eminem, but he's going to join the Saturday Night Crew with our music intro starting next Saturday night. But folks, I want to take you to
But it gets deeper, because this is where the Epstein angle comes in.
Now, the good part about all of this is that Eminem was not caught doing anything in the Epstein files. He was just mentioned by someone. As you can see right here, the victim ended up saying, I remember Epstein coming along with Gelstein and others. I believe they were. Marshall Mathers wasn't there with Epstein, at least not what I saw. I wasn't normally allowed in the bar. And now, honestly, this is not surprising considering the fact that Eminem has always been against weird stuff like this, with him back in 2024 literally dissing Diddy for the stuff he did.
Some fans believe Eminem was replaced as part of some bigger industry control system. Like once an artist reaches a certain level, they're no longer fully in control. When you mix that with the name Jeffrey Epstein, the theory expands. People online claim Epstein's connections with powerful elites could tie into secret experiments, including cloning or identity replacement. People are linking it with the demonic stuff too.
He leaks a teaser for the album, and it's a woman giving birth. When the woman brought out the baby, it started turning into a demon. Oh, trying to represent the Antichrist.
Like his kid though?
Since the reincarnation is the Antichrist, is what he's trying to say.
Damn.
So it grew horns and it had like a snake-like tongue.
Yeah.
Bro, why is Eminem doing all this?
Yeah, that looks...
It's already in the track list. The last 4 songs, guess what they are?
What?
Evil, Lucifer, Satan.
What the f?
Look at his profile picture.
It's a spider, no? Oh, it's like a deer?
Damn, it's a goat. If you look closer, it's
like
it's
horns.
A goat, yes.
Oh, and red eyes.
Yeah. When rappers get old, their sales aren't doing as well.
Yeah.
They start pushing the demonic stuff.
And this is where it gets crazy, because now it's not just about one rapper acting differently. It turns into this whole idea that celebrities are being controlled, replaced, or replicated behind the scenes. Then there's Avril Lavigne, and honestly, this is one of the most famous clone stories on the internet.
There's been a theory that the current Avril, the current one you're seeing, is allegedly a clone named Melissa.
The whole Melissa theory says the real Avril passed away years ago and was replaced by a clone. But the wild part is that this rumor did not even start as some secret leak.
She responded, yeah, some people think that I'm not the real me, which is so weird. Like, why would they even think that? Which is my question exactly.
Right.
Why would they even think that? So the theory started in 2005, right, Jace?
Which is
why?
Which is so weird that, so they said that Avril, here's the theory, this is all an alleged theory. These are not factual, this is all alleged, that Avril was so successful. Her first album, Let Go, came out 2005, Skater Boy, I'm With You, so we know that she was this huge pop star.
It traces back to a Brazilian fan blog from 2011, and the creator later said it was meant to show how easily people believe conspiracy theories online.
So this rumor of an Avril clone dates all the way back to 2003, when it was believed that she died just before the release of her debut album, Let Go. The rumor gained some traction when a photo from a shoot for her second album, Under My Skin, featured Avril with the name Melissa printed on her hand. So various side-by-side photo comparisons have been presented online throughout the years, but Avril maintains it's all false. I mean, that's kind of exactly what a clone would say, no?
Even with that, the story kept growing because fans kept pointing to little things like changes in her style, face, and behavior.
Avril Lavigne is once again addressing those clone rumors. The Canadian pop punk queen appeared on the Call Her Daddy podcast in support of her upcoming Greatest Hits album and tour. During the convo with Alex Cooper, Avril addresses everything and debunks that entire Melissa clone sitch.
What makes it even crazier is that Avril has addressed it more than once. She has called it weird and dumb. And in a 2024 interview, she laughed it off again instead of treating it like some serious mystery.
I mean, it's just funny to me. Like on one end, everyone's like, oh my God, you look the exact same. You haven't aged a day. But then other people are like, there's a conspiracy theory that I'm not me.
There is a...
Cool. Honestly, it's not that bad. It could be worse, right? Like, I feel like I got a good one.
But is it... Okay.
I don't think it's like negative or anything like creepy. So it's like...
Avril, this conspiracy theory about you is a little creepy. Come on.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be worse.
It could? Yeah. It
Yeah.
could. No, you could be getting like online books.
Obviously, I am me. It's so dumb.
But you know how the internet works. The second a celebrity responds, people act like that response is somehow proof.
Avril Lavigne. Is it actually her? Or is it a woman named Melissa?
What?
Allegedly, Melissa Vandella, this woman that was Avril Lavigne's friend before Avril Lavigne allegedly passed away, took on Avril Lavigne's whole persona. And it's not actually the OG Avril Lavigne that we have today, but it's this woman named Melissa Vandella that looks just like Avril Lavigne.
That's crazy.
So those close to Avril suggested that she struggled with fame after her Let Go album.
Right.
She blew up so fast.
Right.
She was so famous, so successful, whatever. And it really got to her mentally. As we've seen this happen with like Demi Lovato, Miley Cyrus.
It's tough.
It's tough. Justin Bieber.
It's all
so
tough.
That part of it, very believable. The thing was, in 2003, when she was already struggling with like her adjustment to fame, her grandmother had passed away, and Avril was really, really close with her grandmother. Allegedly, Avril just spun into this depression spiral, and she unalived herself.
So even though the original story was admitted to be a hoax, her name still stays locked into every cloning conversation, even in the list revealed by Joe Rogan.
Music execs and slimy Hollywood were like, we just found a masterpiece of someone that we could profit off of. So they were like, she can't die. And the girl that she's hanging out with, Melissa Vandella, who does look just like her, they were like, perfect, problem solved. We're gonna make Melissa Avril.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
Dude, that's an insane
No,
theory.
it's insane.
And then we get to Taylor Swift. And this is where things start feeling almost unreal.
Taylor Swift, she's a clone of the high priestess of the Church of Satan.
Huh? What the fuck? Where did you learn this from?
What? Look at this pic, fam.
Yeah, let me see.
This is like a famous high priestess of the demonic church. Looks exactly like Taylor Swift. Now, what's crazy, they share a lot of similarities. They're both singer-songwriters, fam. They both have the same blonde hair, the same facial structure. Look, they even wear the same like lipstick.
The theory here says she isn't just a celebrity, she's actually a clone of Zena Shrek, who is the daughter of the founder of the Church of Satan. And the entire argument, it mostly comes down to photos and her songs.
Look at her eyes. The eyes, fam.
That's Taylor,
and the
fam.
eyebrows. A lot of people are starting to like see, oh yeah, Taylor Swift's demonic because of this one for the song called Willow. What happens is she uses her piano and out comes like a golden thread and it attracts all of these people. And once the people become in contact with it, they become obsessed with her. They become almost so obsessed where they become like a cult. And what is Taylor Swift's fandom like?
People online compare old pictures of Zena with Taylor and say the resemblance is too perfect to be a coincidence.
This isn't like, well, I guess it is a celebrity because it's Taylor Swift, but there's also the Taylor Swift as a clone conspiracy theory, and not only just any clone, but a clone of this lady right here, Zena Elve, whatever her name. She's the daughter of the founder of the Satan Church. And I will say the resemblance is striking. However, look how much Jay-Z and Rymir Satterthwaite look alike. I'm not gonna say that's a clone. You know what I mean? Like, I know for sure, like, people who look so much like their grandpa, they could be a clone. So just because somebody looks alike to somebody doesn't mean anything. And especially, like, I don't know if, like, these people are even related. Like, who even knows? You know, who even knows? But 1989 is probably when they were kicking off the first human clone experiments, if you just trace the timeline back. So again, I mean, I could see why the people are saying that or whatever. And then there's all these conspiracy theories. I'm gonna let the conspiracy theory videos tell y'all. But it's like, you know, the hand symbols that Taylor Swift uses, or like she gets so upset whenever anybody mentions God, and it's because she's a clone of the Satanist.
Here's the part nobody is talking about. Resemblance alone isn't proof of anything. People can look alike, especially across different generations. Still, that doesn't stop the internet from building a whole story around it. But the shocking part is that some people are coming up with solid arguments.
How can you tell if somebody is a clone?
I'm not sure how you'd be able to tell somebody is a clone exactly, but I do believe in the example of Taylor Swift. There is a theory that Taylor Swift is a clone, and that ties back into the Church of Satan. You have Anton LaVey, he was the founder of Church of Satan, and his daughter, Zena LaVey, who is on record talking about how they use music to control people. And she has an uncanny resemblance to Taylor Swift. What are the odds?
Some say this connects to a bigger system where powerful families or secret groups recreate certain individuals to maintain influence over time. And when you mix that idea with everything we talked about before, cloning, elites, hidden projects, it starts to feel like all these theories are somehow pointing in the same direction.
Conspiracy theory surrounding Taylor is that she is the clone of Zena LaVey, the daughter of Anton LaVey, founder of the Church of Satan. This theory hinges on the striking resemblance between Taylor and Zena in her younger years. Believers suggest that the Illuminati cloned Zena to create Taylor, aiming to use her influence to subtly promote satanic imagery through pop music. This theory has gained traction online, numerous side-by-side photo comparisons fueling the speculation.
When Zena LaVey was younger, they did look similar, and Zena LaVey was into music as well. I think they're both alive right now, but I think that doesn't matter if they're cloned.
And then this happens. Fans begin dissecting every interview, every live performance, every change in personality. They say her behavior shifted at certain points in her career, that her voice and mannerisms evolved in a way that feels too controlled.
So really similar stylistic choices of how they present their hair, their outfits, their lips. And if someone was powerful enough to get cloned, it'd be the person who's the head of the Church of Satan. Also, the both of them are very much into snakes, a huge part of their brand, and handling snakes, and are very big on revenge and this aesthetic. And they're both known singer, songwriter, and performers as if it's just in their blood. Before I show the craziest piece of evidence, make sure you follow so you finally know the craziest conspiracy theories about all of these celebrities and request which you want to see next. Guess when Zena gave up her position as the high priestess of the Church of Satan to pass it on to the next? 1989. So maybe that's when Taylor was cloned.
This is where it gets dangerous, because now it's not about one person anymore. It becomes this bigger idea that celebrities are not always who we think they are. But it gets even deeper when people start linking this back to the same names that keep showing up in every theory. You hear about secret societies, you hear about elites controlling industries, and Jeffrey Epstein always gets dragged back into the conversation. People believe he had access to powerful networks that most of us can't even imagine.
Another email in the files, allegedly sent from Jeffrey Epstein to a man named Barnaby Marshy, reads, "Should we build a mind reader? It would use de-encryption, new understandings of the brain. Should we do a project on tissue regeneration?" And in parentheses it says, cloning. This gives the public a peek into what Epstein was possibly interested in outside the world of finance.
And now let me ask you something. If this is true, would we actually know? Or would it all just look exactly like this? Rumors, jokes, and little moments that feel off but never fully prove anything? Because once you start thinking like that, it's hard to go back. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more gossip and latest updates.